The colorful birds of the forest. Deep within the emerald canopy of the world's forests, a spectacular display of color unfolds each day. From the crimson flash of a cardinal to the iridescent shimmer of a quetzal's tail feathers, forest birds paint the woodland landscape with nature's most vibrant palette. These feathered jewels represent some of the most stunning examples of natural beauty on Earth, each species adorned with colors that serve purposes far beyond mere aesthetics. The purpose of color in forest birds. The brilliant plumage of forest birds is not simply nature's artistry. It serves critical survival functions that have evolved over millions of years. Color plays multiple roles in the lives of these woodland creatures, from attracting mates to warning predators, and from camouflage to species recognition. Sexual selection stands as one of the primary drivers of colorful plumage in forest birds. Male birds often display the most vibrant colors to attract females during breeding season. The intensity and quality of a male's coloration can indicate his overall health, genetic fitness, and ability to secure resources. A brilliant red cardinal or a deeply colored tanager signals to potential mates that here is a bird with superior genes worth passing on to the next generation. Camouflage might seem counterintuitive when discussing colorful birds, but in the dappled light of the forest, even bright colors can provide concealment. The green plumage of parrots and the mottled patterns of certain woodpeckers allow them to disappear among leaves and tree bark. Some species use their colors to blend into specific microhabitats within the forest, while others employ disruptive coloration that breaks up their outline, making them harder to spot by predators. Warning coloration, or aposematism, represents another evolutionary strategy. Some forest birds have developed toxic or distasteful flesh by consuming certain insects or plants. Their bright colors advertise this unpalatability to potential predators, who learn to associate vivid hues with an unpleasant dining experience. The science behind the colors. The stunning colors we observe in forest birds arise from two fundamental mechanisms: pigments and structural coloration. Understanding these processes reveals the remarkable complexity behind what appears to be simple beauty. Pigments are chemical compounds deposited in feathers during growth. Melanins produce blacks, grays, and browns, while carotenoids create reds, oranges, and yellows. Birds cannot synthesize carotenoids themselves. They must obtain these pigments from their diet, primarily from fruits, seeds, and insects. This dietary dependence makes carotenoid-based colors honest signals of a bird's foraging ability and overall health. A male scarlet tanager with deeply saturated red plumage demonstrates that he has successfully found and consumed high-quality food sources. Structural coloration produces some of the most dazzling effects in the bird world, particularly the blues, violets, and iridescent colors that seem to shift and shimmer as the bird moves. These colors result from the physical structure of feather barbules, which contain layers of keratin and air pockets arranged in precise patterns. Light waves interact with these microscopic structures through interference, scattering, and diffraction, selectively reflecting certain wavelengths while canceling out others. The result is the brilliant blue of a bluebird or the metallic sheen of a hummingbird's gorget. Iridescence represents a special case of structural coloration where colors change depending on the viewing angle. The resplendent quetzal's tail feathers flash from emerald green to gold as the bird moves, while hummingbirds appear to switch their throat colors on and off like living jewels. This dynamic quality makes iridescent birds particularly captivating and adds an extra dimension to their courtship displays. Iconic, colorful forest birds around the world, the resplendent quetzal. Perhaps no bird better embodies the mystical beauty of forest birds than the resplendent quetzal of Central American cloud forests. Males display an extraordinary combination of emerald green upperparts, crimson breast, and tail coverts that can extend up to 3 feet beyond their body. Ancient Mayan and Aztec civilizations revered this bird as sacred, associating it with the sky god Quetzalcoatl. The quetzal's brilliant green coloration comes entirely from structural color. There are no green pigments in its feathers. The bird's specialized diet of wild avocados and other fruits from the laurel family provides the nutrition necessary to grow and maintain these elaborate plumes. During breeding season, males perform spectacular aerial displays. their long tail feathers streaming behind them as they loop through the misty forest air. Toucans. The tropical forests of Central and South America host some of nature's most distinctive birds, the toucans, with their enormous, colorful bills. The keel-billed toucan sports a bill painted in green, orange, red, and blue, creating a rainbow effect that seems almost artificial. The toko toucan displays an even more dramatic contrast with its massive orange bill set against black plumage and white throat. Despite their size, toucan bills are remarkably lightweight, composed of hollow-bone struts covered by keratin. The bills serve multiple functions, reaching fruit on branches too thin to support the bird's weight, intimidating rivals and predators, and regulating body temperature through blood vessel-rich tissue beneath the keratin surface. The brilliant bill colors play a crucial role in species recognition and mate selection, with individuals preferring partners whose bills show the most vibrant coloration. Scarlet macaws. Few sights rival a flock of scarlet macaws flying across a rainforest canopy, their red, yellow, and blue plumage blazing against green foliage. These large parrots inhabit tropical forests from Mexico to Brazil, forming lifelong pair bonds and nesting in tree cavities high above the forest floor. The scarlet macaw's red feathers contain psittacofulvins, a unique class of pigments found only in parrots. These pigments provide vibrant reds and yellows that resist fading from sunlight exposure, crucial for birds that live in sun-drenched canopy environments. The blue feathers result from structural coloration, while the yellow feathers combine both yellow pigments and structural blue to create green where they overlap. Mandarin duck. In the temperate forests of East Asia, the mandarin duck represents one of the most ornately decorated waterfowl species. Males display an intricate pattern of colors including purple breast, green and copper crest, orange sail, feathers on the back, and distinctive white crescents above the eyes. This elaborate plumage has made the mandarin duck a symbol of love and fidelity in Asian culture. Unlike many forest birds that inhabit the canopy, mandarin ducks nest in tree cavities near forested streams and ponds. Their coloration provides surprisingly effective camouflage in the dappled light, filtering through streamside vegetation. The bold patterns break up the bird's outline, demonstrating how even highly colorful plumage can serve concealment functions in the right environment. Golden pheasant. The forests of western China harbor the golden pheasant, a bird that appears almost too colorful to be real. Males feature a golden yellow crest, red underparts, orange and black barred neck cape, green upper back, and long brown tail feathers with black bars. This combination of colors creates one of the most striking displays in the bird world. The golden pheasant's cape serves a special function during courtship. Males spread this fan of feathers to create a brilliant shield of color while displaying to females. The geometric patterns and contrasting colors create a mesmerizing visual effect that likely helps females assess male quality. The intensity and symmetry of these patterns may indicate genetic health and developmental stability. Painted bunting. North American forests host their own jewel-like species, including the painted bunting of the southeastern United States. Males combine blue head, green back, and red underparts in a combination that earned them the nickname nonpareil, meaning without equal. These small songbirds inhabit forest edges and shrubby areas, where males sing from exposed perches to advertise their territories. The painted bunting provides an excellent example of how diet influences coloration. The red and yellow pigments in their plumage come from carotenoids obtained from their diet of seeds and insects. Males in poor condition or with inadequate nutrition cannot maintain the brilliant colors that females prefer, making plumage an honest signal of male quality. Threats to colorful forest birds. The same qualities that make forest birds so captivating to humans have also made them vulnerable to exploitation. Habitat loss stands as the primary threat, with forests worldwide facing pressure from agriculture, logging, and development. Many colorful bird species have highly specialized habitat requirements and cannot adapt to degraded or fragmented forests. The illegal pet trade targets colorful parrots, toucans, and other spectacular species, removing thousands of birds from the wild each year. Though international regulations like CITES, Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species, aim to control this trade, enforcement remains challenging, and wild populations continue to decline. Climate change poses an emerging threat as shifting temperature and precipitation patterns alter forest composition and the availability of food resources. Birds that depend on specific fruiting trees or insect populations may find their food sources appearing at the wrong times or disappearing entirely. The cloud forests that support species like the resplendent quetzal are particularly vulnerable, as rising temperatures push these misty ecosystems higher up mountains until they simply run out of space. Conservation efforts. Protecting colorful forest birds requires preserving the entire forest ecosystems they inhabit. Conservation organizations work to establish protected areas, create wildlife corridors connecting forest fragments, and promote sustainable forestry practices that maintain habitat quality. Ecotourism has emerged as a powerful conservation tool, providing economic incentives for local communities to protect forest birds. Birdwatchers travel worldwide to observe rare and colorful species, bringing revenue to areas that might otherwise convert forests to farmland. The resplendent quetzal has become a flagship species for cloud forest conservation in Central America, with birding tourism supporting local economies. Captive breeding programs for endangered species like certain parrot species provide insurance populations and, in some cases, birds for reintroduction to the wild. These programs also reduce pressure on wild populations by providing legally sourced birds to meet demand from legitimate aviculture. Education initiatives help people understand the importance of forest birds beyond their aesthetic value. These birds serve as pollinators, seed dispersers, and insect controllers, playing crucial roles in forest ecology. By highlighting these ecosystem services, conservationists build broader support for protecting both birds and their habitats. The wonder of discovery. Despite centuries of study, scientists continue to discover new aspects of forest bird coloration. Recent research has revealed that many birds can see ultraviolet wavelengths invisible to human eyes, meaning their plumage contains patterns and colors we cannot perceive. What appears to us as uniformly colored may actually display complex UV patterns used in mate selection and communication. Advances in understanding feather microstructure have inspired biomimetic applications, with engineers studying bird coloration to develop new materials and optical technologies. The structural colors that make forest birds so brilliant could lead to fade-resistant paints, fiber optics innovations, and other applications. Conclusion. The colorful birds of the forest represent millions of years of evolutionary innovation, each species a unique solution to the challenges of survival, reproduction, and communication in woodland environments. From the emerald brilliance of the quetzal to the rainbow bills of toucans, these birds demonstrate nature's capacity for creating beauty that also serves practical functions. As forests face mounting pressures worldwide, the future of these magnificent birds depends on our commitment to conservation. By protecting forest habitats, combating illegal wildlife trade, and supporting sustainable practices, we can ensure that future generations will still experience the wonder of seeing a scarlet macaw's flash of red against green leaves, or hearing the song of a painted bunting from a sun-dappled branch. These birds remind us that color in nature is never arbitrary. It tells stories of evolution, ecology, and the intricate relationships that bind species together in forest communities. In protecting colorful forest birds, we protect not just individual species, but entire ecosystems and the natural heritage they represent. The forests need their birds, and the birds need their forests. Together they create living masterpieces that inspire, educate, and enrich our world.